What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, daily news, everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., with our economy, money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Remember, the new videos come out here on our YouTube channel at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe down below by just clicking the subscribe button. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos coming out here every single day. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. It's completely free. Also, we're giving away $2,000 here before Christmas in total to some of our viewers, $2,000 in total in our What's in the Box contest. I'm going to be giving you a clue to what is in this box right here at the end of this video. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. I've gotten so many comments saying that this contest is so much fun. And a lot of people are trying to guess what's in there. I've had a lot of people say, oh, their guess was wrong and now they're reconsidering. I've had a lot of people guessing here. So I will give you a clue to what is in that box at the end of this video. Also, Democrats are now calling on President Biden to pass an executive order to pass stimulus. We're going to be going over that in this video, as well as the breaking new news on the Omicron variant, breaking record cases here in multiple areas of the country. Yeah. And if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. It really helps out our YouTube channel in the eyes of the YouTube algorithm and kind of promotes our channel to other new people. Yeah, so multiple different states here are just being swamped by the virus here. You can see New York, the state of New York, has broke its new virus record again for an all-time high of new cases. The New York Governor Hochul says that there will not be a shutdown as of yet. And they just broke their new record as well, again here, just for the second time here in a few days. And one of the top doctors in New York tested positive as well. That is, New York State's vaccinated health commissioner has tested positive via a rapid test, marking another breakthrough case. New York Governor Hochul has reported that the state of New York has announced 23,400 new cases for the state of New York overnight. This breaks another record for the state of New York. This is an all-time record. So yeah, I mean, we're literally breaking records for different parts of the country here, all-time highs. This shows how dramatic the new cases are here in different parts of the country. New York City has over 15,000 people tested positive here yesterday, up 50% since Friday. Up 50%. Wow. In Florida, Florida sees new virus cases triple here over the last few days. Tripling, as 27% of those eligible have gotten a booster shot. So only 27% of people that are eligible for a booster shot in Florida have actually gotten a booster shot. Yeah. Moderna, the pharmaceutical company Moderna, has announced that their third dose of booster shots, antibodies against Omicron, what they're saying are significantly effective. Moderna says that the third dose, the booster shots, increases antibody levels against the Omicron variant. The results the company described as it reassures while it works on a shot tailored to the new strain. So they are apparently working on a new shot for the new Omicron variant. They say that if the 50 microgram booster dose produces a 37-fold increase in neutralizing antibodies against Omicron. The company said in a statement here today on Monday. That is the same dose as currently authorized in the Moderna booster, which is half the dose used for the primary shots, primary immunizations. The company also tested a 100 microgram dose, which increased antibody levels 83-fold compared to with the primary two-dose courses. Wow. They say here that the results add to a growing body of evidence that the 3 shots will be needed to neutralize the fast spreading Omicron. Pfizer and BioNTech said earlier this month that a third shot of their vaccine restored protection to a similar level of the initial two-dose regimen against the original virus. Also today, 48 people tested positive for the virus on the world's largest cruise ship, the Symphony of the Seas here from Royal Caribbean, on a cruise ship that can fit 6,000 passengers. Here from Royal Caribbean, 48 people tested positive here just in one day. Yeah, that's an alarming number here. Progressive leader Pramila Jayapal from the House of Representatives is calling on President Biden to universally act on the Build Back Better package and stimulus and pass it through presidential executive order. To pass pieces of the package, maybe the whole I don't think he's going to be able to pass the whole package, but to start passing pieces of this package through presidential executive order. And Pramila Jayapal says that he can do this through executive order. You can see here in this article, Progressive Caucus Chairman Pramila Jayapal, Democrat from Washington, on Monday called on President Biden to use presidential executive action to unilaterally enact pieces of the Democrats' Build Back Better agenda, just one day after Senator Joe Manchin derailed the party's signature climate and social spending package, the Build Back Better package. Pramila Jayapal, who is the leader of around 100 Democrats in the House of Representatives, says, quote, "No one should think that we are going to be satisfied with an even smaller package that leaves people behind or refuses to tackle critical issues like climate change," Jayapal said on a conference call with reporters. She says, quote, "That's why it is now incumbent on President Biden to keep his promise to us and to the American people by using the ultimate tool in his toolbox of presidential executive action in every arena immediately," she added. Jayapal said she would begin conversations with the fellow Progressive Caucus leaders later Monday and with the White House later this week. She says, quote, "At this point, we should not wait for the legislative path for the president to take action. I just think if there are too many Americans hurting, there's too much at stake. We have trusted for too long that Senator Manchin was engaging in good faith. I am not willing to hang my hopes and the future of millions of Americans across the country on whether or not he will do what he said he would do yesterday, which is often different from today or tomorrow." Talking about how Senator Joe Manchin literally changes his mind on a weekly basis. One minute he says he's willing to vote yes on the package, he's willing to vote yes on 1.75 trillion, and the next minute he's not willing to vote on it and he wants changes to the package until he's willing to vote yes on it. When asked about Jayapal's push for unilateral action, which is another name for presidential executive order, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters that she wasn't aware of it being under discussion, basically because Pramila Jayapal just mentioned this here today. And Pramila Jayapal is basically one of the highest leaders in the House of Representatives. She's being considered for Nancy Pelosi's job after Nancy Pelosi retires here soon, which could be at the end of her next term as Speaker of the House. But Jen Psaki noted that President Biden hasn't shied away from using presidential executive action to make a range of progress here recently. In fact, he just had a presidential executive action here or executive order here within the last several days. Jen Psaki says the benefit of legislation is obviously that it makes it permanent. Jayapal said that she gave Senator Joe Manchin a piece of her mind when he called her on Monday morning. She accused Joe Manchin of reneging on a promise with Biden to support the Build Back Better stimulus package. Manchin said no such comment was made. Manchin went back on his word that lacks of integrity is stunning in a town where people say the only thing that you have is your word. Wow. Says Jayapal told to reporters. Quote, according to the White House's statement yesterday and my own conversations with the White House, it is abundantly clear that we cannot trust what Senator Joe Manchin says. Quote, the senator called me this morning. I took his call, and there is nothing I have said here that I didn't say directly to him. We cannot hang the futures of millions of Americans on the words of one man who represents a state that has a tiny percentage of the country's entire population. Yeah, so I think we're going to see a lot of push here for President Joe Biden to use his presidential powers to deliver on his powers. Joe Biden has used a lot of executive orders here. In fact, President Biden has done a lot of kind of executive orders here and just presidential orders. He has already forgiven $11.5 billion in student loan forgiveness this year. I think there's going to be a lot more done next year as well. Of course, everybody's waiting on a whole big $10,000 or more of student loan forgiveness. I personally thought it would come after the stimulus package passed, just because I didn't think he would want to muddy the water, so to speak. Student loan forgiveness is just obviously one piece of the puzzle. Don't forget that former President Donald Trump, back in August of 2020, did a presidential executive order for 6 stimulus checks of $300 per week for unemployed workers that came out to a total of $1,800 for the entire country. Okay. They used this money from basically money that was just sitting around in a kind of stimulus fund. So Trump did do an executive order for a stimulus type check. He decided to send it out for unemployed workers. So if Trump did something like this, President Biden could theoretically do something like this as well. Now, I remember reporting on this that it was kind of a gray area and whether or not the Democrats wanted to challenge it. But I remember reporting I didn't think the Democrats would challenge it because it would look really bad for them in the election. And the Democrats didn't challenge it in a court of law because it would look really bad for them. And it stuck because they didn't challenge it in a court of law. Whether or not it would have held up in a court of law, well, who knows, but it stuck. They didn't challenge it. Now it kind of sets a precedence because former President Donald Trump did do an executive order for 6 weekly checks of $300 per week that were targeted checks that went out to unemployed people, unemployed Americans. Okay. So former President Donald Trump could do an executive order of stimulus checks for $1,800 that he decided to put out to unemployed Americans for $1,800. If Trump could do it, Biden could probably do it as well. And that's basically why we now have Pramila Jayapal calling for this as well to pass pieces and parts of the Build Back Better package or this next stimulus package, the COVID relief package, to be passed by President Biden through presidential executive order. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now. What is going to happen here going forward? The virus is raging on. It's at an all-time high here in multiple different areas across the country. New York, Washington, D.C. It's spiking up in Florida, all across the country. And again, if Trump could do it, Biden can do it. And remember, there's also a recent report here that shows that there is about $500 billion of leftover stimulus money that hasn't been spent. It was already approved by Congress for stimulus and is just sitting there. So it's already been approved and could be reappropriated for potential stimulus checks. could be possibly reappropriated by executive order. And that's kind of what former President Donald Trump did. He reappropriated the disaster relief fund with the executive order and sent it out for stimulus checks for the bonus money of the executive order with unemployment checks. And it was kind of a gray area. People like, can he do that? And Democrats were like, we're not sure if he can do that. Are we going to really challenge this in a court of law? And then people were like, if we do that, we're going to look terrible going into this next election. And I was like, I don't think they're going to challenge it. And remember, I'm unbiased here, and that was a Republican president. And I'm like, I don't think they're going to challenge it. Why would they challenge stimulus checks? And they didn't challenge it. So now Democrats are the ones potentially thinking about doing executive orders for stimulus checks or pieces and parts of stimulus packages. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here going forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments here. And I showed you guys the headlines here and I read it to you right here on screen. So this is what Democrats are considering doing, passing pieces and parts of stimulus packages here through executive order. They have already passed $11.5 billion in student loan forgiveness this year without Congress. They've also passed the permanent SNAP increase this year without passing that through Congress. That was a 25% increase. That was done without passing it through Congress. They also passed the student loan payment pause that goes until the end of January. They did that without Congress. So there is some things they can do without Joe Manchin at all. Okay. Now, of course, they're still working with Joe Manchin. They could just tweak some things and basically probably still get his vote. He has said he's willing to pass $1.75 trillion. So they probably just need to tweak some things and get his approval on either the Build Back Better package or this emergency COVID relief package that Jamal Bowman, Democratic representative, is now calling for. So really, it's there's a lot of different possibilities here going for, one of which is presidential executive order. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll keep you up to date on all these things. Okay, next up, let's do our what's in the box clue. This box right here, if you can guess what's in that box correctly, you could win money directly from me and from our family. Just kind of our way of giving back to our viewers, our subscribers, our community here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Help us reach our goal of 400,000 subscribers. We're getting very, very close. As always, it's completely free to subscribe. You literally just click the subscribe button down below and help us reach our goal. All subscribing does is it makes it so you're more likely to see our videos when they come out, and so you don't miss them, which is every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After subscribing, click the bell icon that appears next to the subscribe button so you get reminder notifications when we go live and so you don't miss out on any videos. I'll keep you up to date with everything going on with stimulus, state stimulus, all these different type of programs like rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, SNAP, Social Security raises, Medicare, everything you guys need to know about on a daily basis, as well as daily news, everything going on here with our country. So if you can guess what's in this box, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. From there, we will have a tool randomly pick through the comments of people who have guessed correctly, and we'll pick 20 people at random to win $100 each from us before Christmas here. $100 each for a total of $2,000. $100 each, 20 people, $2,000. All you have to do is comment down below to guess. You can comment as many times you want. There's a comment section down below. That's all you got to do to guess here. So this will be clue number 7. Clue number 7 is, even though the item in the box is very valuable, it was once thrown away. Okay, here it is again. Even though the item in the box is very valuable, it was once thrown away. That is clue number 7. I recommend you write these down. If you missed any previous clues, you can go back and watch them on the previous videos. I'll link you to a couple previous videos here as well. One more time. Clue number 7 is, even though this item is very valuable, it was once thrown away. Yeah, so let me know if you think you know what it is. Comment down below. I've gotten a lot of people said, "Oh, I thought I knew what it was, and then I had to change my guess." I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, this is so much fun. It's like a crossword puzzle, or it's like a scavenger hunt." And yeah, it is kind of like that. We've had a lot of fun trying to come up with the clues here as well with you guys. And we've done this a bunch of times with you guys. It feels good to give back to you guys. It also feels good to kind of do this kind of this scavenger hunt with you guys. And the next couple clues are going to get real good. That's where the clues get real juicy. And that's where the clues really start to kind of open up and really give you good clues to really kind of open it up. And yeah, if you think you know what it is, it's also kind of interesting to see at what point you got it, what the item was. Did you get it on clue number 3? Did you get it on clue number 5? Did you get it on clue number 7? Or did you get it on clue number 10? And also, how many of the items before did you get? Did you get some of the past items in the past? Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see here. So make sure to subscribe down below, hit the like button, hit the share button down below, share this video with your family and friends as well, and I will keep you up to date here as well. You can click here to watch my previous video. This has clue number 6 in it, and this has clue number 5 in it with unexpected stimulus checks in that video as well. So make sure you click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.